Hi, so today we are gonna get a look about a game in round two. It was a tie-break game. It was a game between Pragnananda and Temur Kuebo, and both had played a rapid game with equal scores. Then they played 10 plus 10. There also they got equal scores. So now it is 5 plus 3 format, blitz section. So Temur with white pieces. It's a last game. Pragnananda had played with the white pieces and he had won. So now Prague only needs a draw and Temur needs to win on demand. So the game starts as e4, e5, knight f3, and it is Ruel Lopez on the board. Okay, Prague is playing knight e7. He is not going solid with knight f6. He is going knight e7. He wants to have some great play. c3, knight g6, d4, takes, d5, takes. Here knight c3. Here commentator were telling move like bishop b4 is great because it pins the knight, and I guess black can castle out, play this light square bishop somewhere on f5 or maybe g4, and black is doing great. But what black had in his mind is queen h5, castles, bishop g4. Okay, now here d5. Here the only move which is great for black is to castle long. Rest all of the moves are not of that level, because let's say if you take, then takes, now the threat is, for the first threat is this, and let's say if you take the queen, then rook e1 check, let's say bishop e7, then check, and then let's say wherever you will move your king, let's say bishop takes, so I mean check, and yeah, you lose the rook. So I mean yeah, this is great. What is the move? Yeah, rook takes e7. Then let's say if you take, then it's queen e4 check, and let's say this is completely lost because of these moves coming. So yeah, so here okay, Prague founds the move on castles, takes by Temur, takes by Prague, takes by queen. Now Prague's only need a draw, so he can exchange queens and go into an endgame. He can go into the endgame. So by exchanging the queens and the pieces, Prague is definitely have a great position, but the only thing which white have is this pawn, which is kind of restricting king, and it will be very crucial for black to play around this. Black goes knight h4. Okay, bishop f4, developing the piece, takes the free pawn and reroutes the knight to take that c6 pawn. Rook c1, bishop b4, knight unpins. Here I mean Prague wants to exchange as much as pieces as possible. So, but Koibo needs to win on demand, so he can't exchange piece. Now you can see a king is trapped inside a box, right? So here you need to make your king safe first. Rook e8, rook c4. I mean rook c4, and this is almost a checkmate. So how you can prevent that? Okay, now you can easily go here. You can't even go here. If rook c3 would happen, rook d3 would be easily achievable. Knight c3, knight e7, b4. Okay, this is a mistake by Prague, but it's not something huge one. Okay, Prague is happy with the trade. Now he wants to push the pawn, king to h1, h5, h4. Okay, rook is coming up, takes. Yeah, I guess this rook is not much in the play, so Prague needs to find some great moves in order to, but Koivo finds a great move which is bishop d4, and I mean it's a great blunder because now you can just take the pawn and my pawn is almost winning. And what is your rook doing here? And I mean, yeah, it's very difficult for Prag, but Prag does that mistake with f5, and it is a brilliant move because you just left your rook, because the thing is if you take the rook it's a checkmate. King has to go away. Now here there was a move which is completely winning for Temur, which is d6. Takes, you push the pawn and you make a queen. Temur goes with rook d7. Now the king can escape. Takes, and yeah, it's a blunder because you can just simply take the pawn and play and give a check and then play rook d4. Yeah, and you are not winning that pawn, and I am easily winning. But even if I am not winning, I will be in a situation where I can at least draw this game. So this is the game which was a deciding game and which made Prag advance towards round 3. So we wish Prag all the best for his future games, and we will support all the players. And definitely we would love to see Vidit Gujarati, Pragnananda, Gukesh, Arjun, and many another Indian players to shine and to go towards top 3 positions.